Weaselman, what's going on, mate? First in the chat. You are on fire, mate. What can I say? Absolute flames. But yeah, I'm doing well, mate. How are you? Tom, what's going on, mate? Appreciate you joining us. I know it's late. What time is it where you guys are now in the world? Let me know. I'm intrigued. Okay. Harry Whitehead, what are you doing here? Tom's in the Netherlands. What's that, 11:15 where you are? It's a late night for me, that is. Very late. Ooh, Tom, is 12:15 where you are. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. How did Celta Vigo get on tonight? 1-1 with Levante. Martin Cooper, what's going on, mate? What is going on? Let me get the live screen going. Okay, let's do a little. We'll do a little review of Gameweek 246 that we just had this last weekend. Weezer Mountain, Scotland, representing the Jocks. Okay, so yeah, Gameweek 246. For me, prize-wise, all we've got to cheer about really is some Ethereum. I haven't won Ethereum for a long time, to be fair. So, well, I mean, I haven't won 0.02 Ethereum in a while. So we'll get into all that now. Yeah, 288 points in All-Star Rare. My two defenders just completely smashed out of the park. Nico got another assist, captained him, called it right, and he had a really good AA score. So he got me nearly 120 points. I couldn't have started any better. Sergio Gomez late yesterday, he got an unbelievable AA score. That's no decisive there, 98 points with his card bonus. Unbelievable, to be fair. He did get a clean sheet, so I'll give him that. But yeah, incredible performance. Tanaka, so yeah, we'll get into the whole J-League situation, obviously, you know, when we get through all these teams. But yeah, Tanaka didn't start for Shonan, which was surprising to me. I'm no expert in the league, I'll be honest, but from what I was hearing, he was pretty nailed on. But yeah, he came off the bench, got me 32 points. And Itanga, he also started on the bench. He was ill last week, so I wasn't confident that he was going to start really. So I threw him into the All-Star Rare team. But the team, you know, the team got the job done. I think, well, I had Mike Maignan in goals. Weezerman said he was 50 plus A. Yeah, I think Gomez did get something stupid like 50 AA, which is unbelievable, to be honest. It really is crazy. And then, yeah, Mike Maignan, I think he got an error led to goal and obviously conceded 2 goals. So he got me a 7.4 points, which didn't really make a difference in the end. I was, 37 points away from a tier 3. Yeah, if Tanaka starts and if Mike Maignan maybe gets a clean sheet, then I'd probably creep into prizes. But yeah, we'll take 0.02 ETH all day long. Quinny, what's going on, mate? Appreciate you popping in. I appreciate it's late as well. But yeah, we'll take ETH all day long. Like I said, I haven't won 0.02 in a long time. All-Star Rare Pro. This was like, at the moment, my All-Star Rare Pro team is just my leftovers, basically. And it worked out to where two of my leftovers in Nico Williams Rare and Seal Young Woo, who I probably should have played in a better lineup looking back, but it's too easy looking back, isn't it? Obviously, hindsight. He got me a 90 AA score, well, you know, 90 score flat, but no decisive. Did get a clean sheet. Obviously, we've gone through Nico's score. Van der Voort conceded 2. I made a mistake. I played Van der Voort in this team and I played Osako. Osako in my under 23 rare, which we'll get into, and he DMP'd. Obviously, mistake looking back. Silemikers came off the bench. I had a good feeling he wouldn't start, so I threw him in this team. But I actually threw him in this team over Yari Vasharen Super Rare, who ended up scoring would have scored like 90 points for me. So that is really frustrating because I would have probably scraped a tier 2 rare. And Isaac Lihaji didn't even get off the bench for Lille. I don't know what is going on with his situation. I think he just come back from injury, fair enough, but he just doesn't get the minutes I think he deserves. But who am I to say that? I'm not the manager, clearly. But yeah, this is really frustrating, seeing as though like 2 of my defenders completely went off. And then if this was Yari Vasharen Super Rare, even if I played, to be fair, I was quite low on forwards this week. I played them all obviously in my better teams, quote unquote. So if Itanga was in here, and then obviously Yari was here, then yeah, that is a tier 2 rare, I think. But yeah, all ifs, buts, and maybes. Under 23 rare, this is where I made the mistake, like I said, Van der Voort. I took the risk. The last time I streamed, Van der Voort was in this team. The safest option, you know. But Jenki convinced me. He didn't tell me not to play Van der Voort here, but the whole, you know, playing it safe or not playing it safe mentality. I just had a little feeling. I was just thinking, you know what, Osaka got a nice fixture, and it turned out their team did get a clean sheet, but he just wasn't in goals to receive the point. So yeah, super frustrating. I'll be honest, really, really frustrating there. Diaby kicked the game week off for us with a clean sheet, an assist. Friday night against Mainz, which was nice. I needed it. You always need your striker to be scoring goals, especially in under 23s. And then, yeah, Eric Garcia Sunday played the first half. Well, played the first half of the game, 3-0 up. Had a decent AA score of like 15, and then he got brought off at half time. I learned that he was feeling a little bit of muscle discomfort, and then who came on instead of him? The right back, Mingueza, came on at centre back. They conceded a goal straight away, so the clean sheet was gone, but Garcia was off the bench, so it made no difference to his score. But yeah, just really disappointed with that, because we'll get into my next team in a minute, where I really needed him to stay on that pitch, Garcia, but he didn't. And yeah, he ended up with 54 points, which is respectable, but not enough when, you know, you don't have a goalkeeper and your midfielders flop. So Vieira, decent AA score, but nothing special. He also got brought off like 65th minute. Again, a little bit of discomfort. I think he had like some ice on his shin. And then Sofiane Diop got brought off before half time. Tuamenshi got red carded, so that didn't help their case. But he got brought off like 40th minute, which doesn't look good to me. I'm guessing, I didn't watch all the games, so I don't know how he performed. I'm guessing quite bad for him to be dragged at 40 minutes. But what can you do? Your man sent off, 1-0 down. Obviously, you've got to go for it, but clearly he wasn't showing the manager enough. So he got brought off, 224 points, just nowhere near good enough for a prize, 121 away. And then we get into under 23 Rare Pro. This is where I was closest. So I was 36 points off a prize. Where do I start here, guys? This went absolutely tits up after Nico Williams. So Nico got me almost a perfect score, 120 points from a super rare defender. Like, what more do you want, you know, going into a game week? I was flying, you know, in terms of a start, and then it just all came crashing down. So Garcia happened, got me 63 points, obviously with a super rare multiplier. Could have been a lot more if he played the second half. So yeah, that was unbelievably frustrating. And then equally, Cody Gakpo came off at halftime as well. They were they 1-1 at the time? I think they were 1-1 at the time. Yeah, Maduaki scored. And yeah, just killed me. Absolutely killed me. I think he then complained of ankle discomfort. So we had Gakpo come off with a slight injury, Garcia come off with a slight injury, and Vieira technically all came off with slight injuries. But this is where it cost me massively, because I massively needed a Gakpo decisive here. He hasn't blanked in ages. I know players are human; they're gonna not score / assist, especially when you get taken off at half time. But yeah, I was just honestly so frustrated to see him pulled off at half time. And then going into this Sunday evening, Costa actually got me a clean sheet, which was perfect. Quinny says hard times. Yeah, it was a tough one to take, mate, to be fair. Yeah, Costa clean sheet, which is rare considering I've had him for a little while now. And then this is where it gets unbelievable. So Enzo Fernandez starts the game. They win 2-0. They scored 2 late on. He actually ended up hitting the post. I don't know if I can see his score. How can I show you? I mean, all I'm going to be able to show you is that he had a... does it show? Yeah, it shows you if you click them. So let me see here. So Enzo Fernandez, all-round score 2.8. Where's it to? There we go. The big chance miss. So I watched the game. To be fair, I saw what he did. The ball's been like laid back to him. He's not even on the edge of the box. He's like 10 yards out, and he side-footed it. It's hit the post and like sort of, I don't know how to explain it really, but it's kind of just like, you know, drifted past the post and almost hit the other post, but it didn't. It obviously came out, and yeah, he got a big chance missed for it, which was just devastating. Because if he gets that decisive, you know, I'd probably win a card, just about 36 points away. So yeah, that was bitterly disappointing, I'll be honest, especially with the Nico Williams. Wasted 120 points and the Costa clean sheet, which you rarely get with Costa right now. And then under 23 Superwear went even worse. So Tani, no clean sheet. I didn't really expect one, but you know, it is what it is. 53 points. Nishio gave away a penalty. I watched the game back. I don't know what he was doing really. Just chopped someone down in the box. I mean, yeah, he's young, obviously a little bit inexperienced, so hopefully he learns from it and comes back and stays in the team. Daiki was a DMP, which was just, you know, I didn't hear anything. Like, I weren't actively looking for injury/illness news of the J League. I was just going to throw this team out there and hope for the best. So it's partly down to me, but I don't think anyone saw this one coming. He DMP'd, wasn't in the squad, but his teammate Yuito Suzuki actually got a lovely goal. I watched it on YouTube. Unbelievable finish, to be fair. To keep his side in it, they drew 1-1, so he got me 93 points, which was unbelievable. And then Luis Openda got me 50 points, decent AA score actually for a rare. But we have made improvements on the team, or on the super rare team, which we'll get into in a minute, to strengthen this forward position. I had to bring in a super rare because I just felt like it had to be done. I couldn't keep playing with a rare. And yeah, Openda's gone now, so we've replaced him. But yeah, game week's really frustrating in that sense. All shoulda, woulda, couldas. But we do have a nice little second place finish in Mega 3. So we hit a 319, which is, for 3 players, is ridiculous, to be honest. Weaselmount Suzuki's finish was decent. Watched it live on Saturday morning. Yeah, I thought it was a really good finish, to be fair. It reminded me of Alvarez's finish last week when he scored the hat-trick. Like that side netting, really tough angle to score on, but he did so. But yeah, 319 points. Wu as captain. All my fullbacks just popped, basically. And that means that I will be winning I think it's a limited card, right? For finishing, where's it to? Yeah, so first place gets a rare, so I'll miss out on that. But I should get the best limited card from Mega 3, which is super exciting, to be honest. I've won a few cards on here before, but this is like the highest I've ever finished. So I'm, yeah, really pumped to see who that could be. Imagine if it was an Mbappe, just saying. Probably not going to be. But yeah, Mega 5, how did we get on? We did win Mega 5 by 29 points, which was nice. This guy had a semi-full by Leverkusen stack with Costa in goals. I had a Tani, Garcia, Yusuf, Suzuki, and Musa Diaby, who got me that decisive. So that's another win in Mega 5. And then Mega 11, I think I lost here. I can't remember. Yeah, we lost. We got battered. 485 points. Daiki, DMP, Nishio, 15 points. You're struggling there, aren't you? Cody Gakpo, blanks. To be fair, this guy did have a DMP as well in Brozovic, but 99, 91, 83s. Yeah, some nice scores here. 86. So, yeah, I deserve that one, to be fair. That's me. That's me done for Sorare Mega. And then Sorare Data. How did we get on here? I think we lost everything. No, we never. We won the Sorare Mega League, which was nice. All my good scores were on the bench, but I think Yusuf came in for Daiki's DMP, which was nice. We played against a full Asian contingency, which was interesting. A few DMPs in there. We lost by like 15 points here. Koku's just being Koku right now and just smashing everything. Harry said, when do you get the Mega 3 limited reward? I think they've like made that process faster now, so I think it should be in like after this midweek, if that makes sense. So like maybe Friday, if I'm lucky, which would be nice to see. And then yeah, we lost here as well. Poor pickings again. Gakpo, Diop, Fernandez all blanking. Garcia off at half time. And we played, to be fair, we played against Cruz DMP, but Lewan, Benzema, Van Dijk, Courtois. There's not much you can really do there when you're just playing your under 23 boys. But yeah, enough of Game Week 246. Let's now get into Game Week 247 midweek, which I am actually really excited about, to be honest. We're just going to have a look at the prize pool. So I won't be fishing in any super rare prize pools. I don't really have the players to do so midweek. I might enter a team in All-Star if I have my leftovers. 10,000 people in there, 170 cards. There's 1,031 people in the All-Star Pro, 35 cards, which I probably won't be fishing in either. For me, it's going to have to be the under 23 or the under 23 Pro. So there's 190 entrants in under 23 Pro. My guess is half of those don't have 5 stars or even 5 playing players. Excuse me. That would be my guesstimate. 700 players or users in under 23. Only 2 star rares given out, but 80 prizes, which is nice, to be fair. There is a nice little cushion there if you've got the scope to just play 5 rares. So yeah, they're going to be the dilemmas I'm going to have to think about, really, in terms of my choices of players. Yeah, so let's just get into Sorare data and have a little look at what we can come up with for Game Week 247. So we'll start it off as if we are going to join the Under 23 Rare Pro League, right? So we have one choice in goals. It's Diego Costa or Diego Costa. Playing Lazio away, they beat them 2-1 at home. I see Lazio going for this game. Obviously, they're 2-1 down. They're going to need to, win the game. So I expect Lazio to dominate a little bit, depending on the personnel they play. I'm not sure if Immobile's fit or not. I'll have to check on that one. But regardless, it doesn't make a difference. He's playing either way. Whether he gets a clean sheet or not is completely up in the air. We won't be able to analyse that one at all. And then defenders-wise, right? So I've got a couple Nico Williamses. I've got 2 Eric Garcias, not that we can play both, but obviously 1 super rare, 1 rare. Same for Nico Williams. We've got a Diego Leite who actually scored really well on the weekend. Where do I find my players? So how do I do this? I'll just go to 10 because he played late. There we go. So he got a 72 yesterday. 36 all-round score. They won 1-0, so he did get a clean sheet. He lost the ball 23 times as well, which is a lot for a centre-back. So yeah, I'm impressed with his score, to be honest. My question is now, does he make the Europa League? No, it's not even Europa League, is it? I think it's Conference League. They're playing Sheriff, who won the game last time. I think they beat him 1-0, and he didn't play. He was suspended. So I expect him to come in, midweek. I can't look past Nico Williams right now. Nico has to play. Obviously, I have his super rare, so if I'm playing Rare Pro, it'd be stupid not to play his super rare. So we'll move on from the defenders talk for now, and we'll move into midfielders, right? I might need a bit of help on this one, right? So these are our 2 options. We've got Fabio Vieira away to Lazio, or Ryan Gravenberch away to Benfica, obviously. Ajax playing in the Champions League, a bigger game, quote-unquote, than Europa League, but that doesn't mean that, that Vieira is going to take it lightly if he plays. It obviously doesn't make a difference for these pros, but on paper, Gravenberch has the better fixture, so Sorare data is telling me. The only problem is, does Gravenberch start? So on the weekend, Ajax, let me have a look at, what am I going to do? Flash scores. No, we'll go Sofa score. Not that it doesn't really make too much of a difference, but basically Ajax were drawing, I think, when Gravenberch came on the field. I know that I'm probably going into this far too much, but So yeah, they beat Willem 2 on the weekend. So yeah, here we go. So Alvarez came out for Gravenberch in the 64th, and then they ended up scoring in the 81st. I'm not saying like he was a massive part of that too much, but he did come on and he did do well. Look, he had a 7.1 rating, which we can see here. 26 minutes played, one key pass, one big chance created, a few ground duels, one a tackle, a few dribble attempts. So, you know, he did a little bit when he came on, is what I'm getting at. He hasn't really been playing recently because Stokey Scott said Sheriff won 2-0 in the first game. Okay, I thought it was 1, my bad. So yeah, back to Gravenberch. Does he start ahead of Klaassen? I don't know. Anyone in the chat has any opinions on this? Let me know, please. If I had to stick my neck out and say, if there was £1 million on the line and they say, does Gravenberch start on the weekend? I would say yes, personally. Again, I might be completely wrong. Let me know what you think. Does Gravenberch start? And then the other thing onto this is Vieira did come off on the weekend with a bit of a, or yesterday, sorry. He came off with a bit of an injury. He looked fine. Simo, what's going on, mate? Buzzing to have you in the stream. So yeah, right now our dilemma is, do we play Fabio Vieira or Ryan Gravenberch? If anyone can let me know in the chat what you would do and why you would do it, that would be a massive help. Just so I can see your guys' opinion. It's always better to have a couple eyes on an opinion than two of mine, sort of thing. So yeah, Gravenberch or Vieira. If Vieira didn't get injured yesterday, then like I would be more comfortable playing Vieira. But then, and also Grujic got red carded yesterday for, actually that's not in the Europa League, so it doesn't make a difference. Ignore me. That doesn't make a difference. I was just thinking if Grujic is red carded, then he might not play, or he won't play in the Europa League. But that, you know, they're not, or they're mutually exclusive. They don't make a difference. So Simo said Gravenberch. He's come straight into the stream and gone straight for Gravenberch. I like the audacity. I do like that a lot. The conviction was there. Simo, I don't mind that. And I'll be honest, I am swaying towards Gravenberch just because how he came on the weekend. You know, I'm not going to say he changed the game, but they scored when he came on. He had a decent game. Simo said not worth the risk. Simo, but don't you think that there's a bit of risk in playing Gravenberch anyway, if that makes sense? He hasn't started many games recently. I know he was ill. Klaassen's been playing well. But you think Gravenberch is the best option here, which is interesting. I am going to go with him for now. We're going to throw him in. And then for forwards, it's an interesting one. So PSV beat Tel Aviv 1-0 in the home leg. Like I said, Gakpo did pick up a slight ankle injury on the weekend. I'm going to have a look. If anyone's, I know there's a few Dutchies in the chat, so let me know if you think Gakpo's okay to play against Sheriff. Obviously, it's on Thursday, so he's got a little while to get back fit. This doesn't look good. Oh, okay. Right, well, this has just changed my plans massively. Gakpo twisted his ankle on Sunday and should not be travelling. Tests are expected this week to assess the extent of his injury. According to Schmidt, this is the same ankle as in October. Yeah, Stokey, you are right. He did start 10 in a row, to be fair. I don't like this Gravenberch news, guys, at all. Like, not one single bit. It looks like he's not travelling. Looks like he is not travelling. Gakpo's uncertain, it says. Guys, do you know anything more than I do about this little Gakpo situation? I don't like the look of this at all, I'll be honest. This has really dampened my hopes for this game week, because like I was about to say, if Gakpo doesn't play for me, then I'm struggling for forwards big time. Like big time. I have a Vitesse and Super Rare, which is like an option for sure. but I don't think he plays, if I'm honest. Or I don't even think he gets off the bench. He might. The fact that Gakpo's out, I don't know. I really don't know. Fati's obviously still out. Lehaji is back, but do I fancy him against Chelsea? Not at all. This has made things hard now. Now I'm in the position where I need some sort of loan deal. A loan would be very welcome now. So if anyone has a play-in forward for this game week, let me know, and we'll get a little deal going to where we can share some sort of prize if we do win a prize. Because I just got rid of Openda as well, and he obviously did have a fixture midweek. So I've gone from 2 play-in forwards to no play-in forwards. What do we think about this Gakpo stuff? Do we think he doesn't travel? From what I'm seeing on Twitter, someone said buy Zahavi. Well, he's not under 23 though, so I don't want to just buy a Zahavi for like home country saying he's going to play. This changes things now though, because I don't want to buy a Zahavi. I really, really don't. Sorry, I'm just on my phone, just checking. I don't know what to do now. I need some sort of loan. We are in need of some sort of loan here, because we just don't have the firepower for this. I could risk Lehaji, but I just really don't think he plays, and it's against Chelsea, so I just don't think it's worth it at all. Vertessen's the best choice in terms of like chances to come on off the bench. Whether he starts, I have no clue, to be completely honest. Yeah, this is a tough one. I'm going to throw into a Discord now to see if anyone has any players they could loan for the game week. Simo said, I have Darwin, but I'm not sure if I fancy him against Ajax. Well, I mean, what, Simo? Do you have a Darwin that like you're not using, or a Darwin that like you're using? If that makes sense, let me know. If you're not using him and you're willing to do a cheeky loan deal, then he would be welcomed into the lineup for sure. Because I do think it could be a very decent lineup, genuinely. Yeah, I don't really fancy him too much against Ajax, but if he's on the field, he's got a chance to score. He's got a chance to assist. He's got a chance to make win a pen. So yeah, if you are willing to do so, and he's not in a very good lineup of yours, or a competitive lineup at least, then let me know. Yeah, but obviously no pressure at all. But yeah, I'm just gonna throw it in Discord right now to see if anyone's willing. Okay. Yeah, I just don't feel confident in this Vertessen situation, I'll be honest. And then extra, or let's just say we do pay Gakpo, but obviously looks like he's not even going to travel, so we'll leave him out for now. We'll just play him there for show. And then we've got a few options. So we could go with Eric Garcia to maximize our super rare bonus situation. We could go Diego Leite, who I think will have a decent game against Sheriff, even though they're a decent outfit. Excuse me. We could go Fabio Vieira again. Do I think he plays after you picked up a little knock on Sunday? Probably, but is it worth the risk? I don't know. We do have a Wesley Fofana, who I don't think's back yet. Let me check on Twitter. Let's see if Wesley Fofana, is he back? I don't think he is, to be honest, but I know he's been training. Rogers, Johnny Evans is still a number of weeks away. Wesley Fofana rejoined the group in train on Friday, and the defender will be managed. Okay, so he's back, which is nice, but I don't think he'll play. I don't think he'll play at all in midweek. So yeah, he's not really an option, to be honest. Yeah, this is a sticky one. Right now, I'm gonna have to just, for now, if I don't get any loan deals sorted, it's gonna have to just be Vitesse, hoping he comes off the bench and does something. And then for the extra, obviously I can't use Eric Garcia super rare, so I could go with his rare, but I don't think it's worth the risk, because obviously if I'm just playing a rare, I could just go with Lete, because I think I almost think he's guaranteed to start after a good performance on the weekend. So yeah, I just don't think it's worth the risk of Garcia. It's basically out of Vieira and Lete, isn't it, really? Lete has the better fixture on paper. I think they could get a nice little clean sheet, where I don't know if Vieira even plays. And then if he plays, then he has to get me a decisive, really, doesn't he? Why am I playing wrench? That's not going to happen. I think this could be the play. General question: do you think Sorare will take a hit because crypto market is a bit shaky? Good question. In my recent experience of when Ethereum dropped from 4,000 to 2,000 in a month or whatever, the thing with Sorare cards is they're basically like a hedge on Ethereum. So you've probably heard someone say this, but let's say Ryan Gravenberch is 1 Ethereum right now, which is the equivalent to what, £2,000, for example, and then next month Ethereum drops from £2,000 to £1,000. Then it won't be exact, but Gravenberch's price then would be roughly 2 Ethereum, I think, because it falls in line with the fiat amount. So if Gravenberch was £2,000, 1 Ethereum equivalent, a month down the line, Ethereum drops whatever to, what's that? Ethereum drops to £1,000 per Ethereum, so he would be then worth 2 Ethereum rather than 1. You know what I'm saying? So people just adjust their Ethereum prices. They tend to anyway, not everyone. Victor says Garcia shouldn't play. Interesting. I know obviously PK is back. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's a guaranteed not play. I think it's risky. That's why I think I'm going to go with Lete. But yeah, this is what we're probably going to have to go with, guys. I'll be honest. I'm a little bit gutted that we don't have a forward. I've gone from Cody Gakpo, one of the best forwards in the game, to Yorbe Vertessen. So bit of a come down, if I'm honest. But what can you do? When your players are out injured, there's only so much really you can do. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with something like this. Captain Gravenberch. And yeah, just throw this into a lineup. There's not much I can do. I could go out and buy as a Javi. Really. But is it really worth it? I'd have to play him in All-Star Pro, to be honest, because I don't have. Or could I play him? Oh, wait there. We could. This is a big could. We could go into Challenger Pro. We very well, could go into Challenger Rare Pro and do something like Costa, Nico, Grav, throw Lete in, and then buy a Zahavi. That could be a play. could very well be a play. Problem is, I'm up against. The thing is with the under 23s, there's hardly any under 23 playing goalkeepers this weekend. So you've got nobody here from what I can see. Nobody for Sociedad, no one for Leipzig, nobody there. Oh, okay, you do have Gregor Korbel for Borussia Dortmund, so he'll be 1. Obviously, Diogo Leite for Porto, he'll be 2. And then, nothing for Napoli or Barca. Fenerbahce might have an under-23 keeper, but I could be wrong there. PSV doesn't have one. De Vitesse, no, Vitesse don't have one, I don't think. Nobody in the Championship, unless one of these two have one, but I could be wrong. To be fair, Diech does play for Sorare, but he got dropped last game, I think, so I'm not sure if he even plays. I'm not sure if there's any in the J League, and then I'll be honest, I don't know too much about the Argentinian league outside of River Plate. So there's basically like 3, and there's a few MLS games going on, to be fair. But regardless, there's not many under 23 goalkeepers is what I'm getting at. So, you know, whether there's even 5 playing players, you might not, like, I might not even need 5 playing players. But the problem is now, because the only forward that could play for me is a super rare, then I'm forced to play in the under 23 rare, under 23 pro. So I think I'm gonna have to go with something like this and just chance it. Chase said Rapid Vienna might play an under 23, but non-factor really. Fair enough. Thank you, Chase, for letting me know that. I do appreciate it. So yeah, I think the team has to look like this with a Grav captain. There's not much else I can really do, unless, like I said, I buy as a Javi or something. But then that means I have to play in a non-under 23 league, which I'm not really prepared to do. So yeah, that is frustrating, to be honest. It is very frustrating. See if I can do something in terms of a loan. Let me wait there. I'm just replying to someone. I'm trying to negotiate a loan here, so bear with. So basically, let me take that out. So the thing is, yeah, I was just thinking, like, if I did get a rare loan in, I could play rare Nico Williams instead. I could play Grav, obviously whoever I get on loan if I do get one on loan, and then Diego Leite. So that could work, to be fair, and just play in the under 23 rare instead of rare pro. Yeah, we'll see if anything comes of that. But for now, we're going to have to just go with what we got for the under 23 Red Pro. We can't do anything else right now. So we'll go Vitesse, and then we'll go, where's he to? Big Diego Leite, Captain Grav. We will throw together a all-star team, which will consist of Szczesny. I'm not even sure. Did Szczesny play their last game? Or is this their first game in the competition? Villarreal, yeah, so they haven't played him yet. Okay, so he should play, to be honest, which is nice. Although he is a common, it's better than nothing. We'll play one of our Nico Williamses. We might as well play a Vieira just in case. And we'll throw in Gakpo because on the off chance that he does play. Then we either go with Ramsey, who I don't think will start, or Eric Garcia. It's probably better to go with Garcia, to be honest. Obviously, a couple of you guys said that you don't think he's going to play, which is fair enough. He might not play, but it's worth the risk for me right now. And I'm only going to win a little bit of ETH, so it's not, it's not be all or end all. And then we can go in and throw together a Sorare Mega lineup. We'll have to defend our Mega 3 title if we can. I don't think I've got enough for a Mega a Mega 8, so we're going to go with a Mega 5. We'll go Diego Costa. We've got a couple Nicos, so it's either Nico or Leite. Who do I think is going to have the better game? We'll go with one of... we could go with 2 defenders here, actually. Yeah, we'll go with 2 defenders. We'll go Nico and Leite. And then we'll go Grav. And then we'll have to throw in Yorbe for now. And we'll captain Nico. See what that does. And then we'll just about throw together a Mega 3, I think. So throw in a Nico. We'll throw in a Vieira. Do we go Garcia? We basically have to go Garcia, don't we? Yeah, we'll go Garcia. We'll captain Nico. That's all I can really do this this weekend or this midweek, sorry, on Sorare Mega. There's nothing going on for Sorare Mega, I don't think, so there's not much I can really do there. I can tell you a little bit about my new players that I've brought in. So 2 forwards. I've brought in a Chu Young Wook. He got a goal on the weekend. I bought him after, well, we got him after the goal. Yeah, I just needed a super rare forward, basically. I've not got one that plays consistently. He does. He is 23, so he's a little old for my under 23 strategy, even though he, still qualifies for under 23s. But yeah, I'm just hoping he can score me goals. That's basically what the striker is there to do. It's not rocket science. And then we also brought in a Julian Alvarez. Well, I'll speak on the Alvarez situation, and then I will answer the question that we've just got then. What do I think is best for a 1 to 2k budget for beginners? But yeah, we brought in a Julian Alvarez. We paid like 2 ETH for him, which is a lot. It is a lot of money, a lot of ETH. But I love the look of him, to be completely honest. There's one up there for 2 ETH already, so he's coming down a little bit. Nicholas says Chu Young Wook is a nice one. Yeah, I just needed a super rare, and obviously the fact that he is Asian leagues as well means if I really want to play Asia Rare Pro, I can do that, because I do have 5 super rare Asians now, which is nice. But they will probably just play an under 23 Rare Pro and just let them do their thing. But yeah, we brought in an Alvarez. Like I said, I got rid of a Penda, got rid of a Tanga as well. So I'm not saying we're short on forwards, but we've just got a lot more quality now, is basically the way to describe it for me, especially in the rare. So we've got a Julian Alvarez, Jesus Ferreira, Cody Gakpo, Fati, Diaby, who I am probably looking to get rid of now that we have a bit of an overload of forwards, and obviously a Doku, but a couple of these are injured. A lot of them are injured, actually. Cherokee, Fati and Doku. But yeah, the reason why I wanted Alvarez is, one, obviously he is going to Man City, and I do see him being a big part of their plans going forward. I obviously wanted him for the short term as well. And obviously he's playing summer, him and Ferreira. So I wanted the best 2 forwards I could possibly get that's going to help me sort of, grind out these under 23 rewards for the summer after the European leagues are over. So I thought Alvarez and Ferreira, there's no better 2 really, I don't think, on paper to go with. So I'm lucky to be able to have those 2 in the armory. But yeah, I couldn't believe the price of Diaby right now. He's selling for like close to like 1.1 ETH. Where's he to? 1.19. I know that's not what he's selling for, that's what he's up for, but yeah, he's selling for a lot of Ethereum right now. But obviously, he's on fire as well, so it does make sense. But yeah, what was I going to say? So someone asked, what do you think the best is for a 1 to 2k budget for beginners? So for me, if I had a 1 to 2k budget right now, I would build a threshold team personally, just because I think there's way too much competition in the limiteds right now. And it's not going to get easier, is it really? Especially in the limiteds. I think in terms of like ROI, I think if you put 2,000 into a threshold team right now, and bought 4 decent outfield players and had 1 common goalkeeper, I think you can, grind out some nice Ethereum rewards. I'm not going to say you're going to double your money on the Ethereum rewards alone. But the players you buy, hopefully, touch wood, go up in value. So, you can sort of sell off when you need to and then buy back somebody who you think is a bit undervalued and keep playing it that way. And so you're still trading while still playing SO5 and grinding the ETH. I think you could get a better team with 2K in limiteds, obviously, better quality. But like I said, I just think there's just a lot of competition there, isn't there? Like, and that's not a bad thing at all. Like, I don't think it should be easy to win. But if we're talking like ROI, I just think buying a threshold team is probably the best short-term option, right? This is where it gets, into the long-term, short-term thing. Because if we get more and more people who sign up, their entry point is limited. So it's going to get harder. But I still think the demand is going to increase as well. So like the limited rewards that you win, if you do win, like tier 1s, tier 2s, tier 3s, they're going to be worth more if there's more people on the platform, right? There's going to be more demand on paper. I know the supply of these cards haven't reached 1,000 yet, so like we haven't reached maximum supply. So maybe the supply might meet the demand, and maybe I'm wrong, and prices don't like explode in limiteds, because I feel like they have exploded anyway. Like, I know these are like the higher end players, but I saw a Durian Timber went for like 0.7 ETH or something earlier. Yeah, 0.75. Like, that's crazy, really. Like, that is nuts if you really think about it. I know he's the best defender on the game, but like, it is a lot of Ethereum for a limited card. But if you're gonna be, thing is, like, if you do have 5 really good under 23 limiteds and you're grinding out nice rewards, star rares, tier 1s, then there is going to be an ROI there. But for $1,000, $2,000 budgets, obviously you can only afford one timber, and you basically can't have anyone else. So like, obviously that wouldn't be realistic for that sort of budget. But for me right now, I would personally go into thresholds, but then it does get into the conversation of, well, how long are the thresholds going to stay for, basically? Because months ago, some of you who are new might not know this, but Sorare mentioned that like their plans were to get rid of the threshold and bring in some sort of like progression bar situation, which will like replace the thresholds. Because obviously if they keep on boarding more and more people, the payouts for the thresholds are going to get like unrealistic for them financially. So like, even though they have a stupid amount of money, but obviously we know these businesses have to make money. So like, I just don't think long term the threshold is sustainable from what I've heard. But then I don't know when it's going, is what I'm getting at. It might not even go, who knows? But they did mention it at one point. If you have been on the platform for a while, you will know this. It is common knowledge to a degree, but over the last couple months they haven't mentioned much in terms of like the progression bar and the thresholds going. So it's a weird one. Like, it's a hard question to really ask. The safest option and the most fun would be to buy a limited team, if I'm being honest. But for the short-term ROI, I think you have to buy a threshold team. For me, that's just my opinion. If I had $1,000 to $2,000 on a team now, don't take this as financial advice, because I'm not in that position. It's easy for me to just say I would do this, I would do that. I will say though, I did get a family member to join Sorare a few weeks ago now. They bought a full Turkish team, like a threshold team. They bought 4 outfield players, no goalkeeper, just like a common goalkeeper, and they're just trying to grind thresholds. I think they spent roughly like £700-800, which is like $1,000 on the team, on the 4 players. She doesn't, the person doesn't have the best players in the world. She doesn't have the worst either. But it's enough to grind Ethereum out. They're not winning Ethereum every week. I'm just giving you, what's happening. They've probably won Ethereum 3 times out of like 6, so like a 50% win rate right now, or to picking up ETH. So yeah, for me, 1,000 to 2,000 short term would be a threshold team. And then if you want to play the longer game and the more fun game, because you can buy better quality, it would be a limited team. So I know that was a very long-winded answer. Sorry if it didn't make any sense, but in my head it kind of did. So yeah, let me know if that didn't make sense, because I will try and explain it a little bit easier if you would like, or if you want me to stop speaking, I will also do that. Sorry, I'm just replying to a message about a possible loan. So yeah, guys, I think that could conclude the stream for tonight. We haven't really got much else to rave about, to be honest. We've got our team set. If I do get a loan in, great. If not, we have to just take it on the chin. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys popping in. If you could leave a like on the stream, that would be great. All the likes, all the comments is yeah, massively appreciated. Aviu says thanks, amazing channel, good luck. I appreciate it a lot, mate. Good luck to you as well on your Sorare journey. But yeah, if you could leave a like, guys, it would really mean a lot to me. And I'll be back Thursday for the weekend stream, which I'm honestly so excited for. It's unbelievable. Obviously, we're gonna have a full super rare under 23 team if Daiki decides to want to play in midfield for us. But yeah, guys, I do appreciate you popping in, watching the stream. Good luck for this upcoming game week. If you're grinding Ethereum, hope you get your Ethereum. And if you're out there winning cards or hunting cards down, then yeah, good luck with that as well, guys. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys popping in, and I shall see you on Thursday.